Thank you very much.
Hey, what a nice guy he turned out to be.
Two, three, four. Wait a minute, I got a bad one.
Oh, you do?
Oh, I see. The capo is not doing what it was supposed to.
Geez, that was so tight and dramatic, too.
All right?
Okay.
Just pretend, just as you were, men. As if you were men before you were. No, never mind. Two, three, four. Now it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. The kid was so damn eager, it was all so big and new. You never had to tell him twice or find him work to do. And evenings on the mess deck, he was always first to sing and show us pictures of the girl he'd wed in spring. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. Now it's a thing that us old-timers know, in a sultry summer calm there comes a blow from nowhere, and it goes off like a bomb, and a 15,000-tonner can be thrown upon her beam, while the gale takes all before it with a scream. The kid was on the hatches, lying staring at the sky. From where I stood, I swear I could see tears fall from his eyes. So I hadn't the heart to tell him that he should be on a line, even on a night so warm and fine. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. When it struck, he sat up with a start. I roared to him, get down. But for all that he could hear, I could as well not made a sound. So I clung there to the stanchions, and I felt my face go pale as he crawled hand over hand along the rail. Now I could feel her heeling over with the fury of the blow. I watched the rail go under, then so terrible and slow. Then like some great dog she shook herself and roared upright again. Far overside I heard him call my name. But I told that kid 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into a white squall. So it's just my luck to have the watch with nothing left to do but watch the deadly waters glide as we roll north to the Sioux, and wonder when they'll turn again and pitch us to the rail and whirl off one more youngster in the gale. And I tell these kids 100 times, don't take the lakes for granted. They go from calm to 100 knots, so fast they seem enchanted. But tonight some red-eyed Wyerton girl lies staring at the wall, and her lover's gone into white squall. Thank you very much.
That song followed a trend that, a theme that someone recently discovered in Stan's music. That theme is one of mutilation and death. Generally speaking, in Stan's songs, he either kills someone off or hacks their legs off or something like that. I guess he's into that, I don't know.
In a vicarious way, of course.
This one's a little different. The way this song came about, I was at my producer's house one afternoon when we were sort of setting up to do my first album. And we've been altering our consciousnesses. And Paul turned to me at one point and he said, "You know, Stan, this album, the way it's set up so far, it's got a lot of nice yo-ho-ho, rubber hat, rubber boot, rubber suit type songs."
He's into rubber as well.
He said, "What this album needs is something weird. Why don't you write a weird song for this album?" And I said, "Okay, Paul." So we altered our consciousnesses some more. And I got into this weird D-modal tuning here. And wrote this. It was weird. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Cold wind on the harbor and rain on the road. Wet promise of winter brings recourse to coal. There's fire in the blood and a fog on Brador. The giant will rise with the moon. 'Twas the same ancient fever in the Isles of the Blast that our fathers brought with them when they went west. It's the blood of the Druids that never will rest. The giant will rise with the moon and crash the glass down. Move with the tide, young friends, and old whiskey are burning inside. Crash the glass down, Fingal will rise with the moon. In inclement weather, the people are fey. 3,000 years stories as the night slips away. Remembering Fingal feels not far away. The giant will rise with the moon. The wind's in the north, there'll be new moon tonight, and we have no circle to dance in her sight. So light a torch, bring the bottle, and build the fire bright. The giant will rise with the moon tongue-tied young friends and old whiskey are burning inside. Crash the glass down, Bingo will rise with the cold wind on the harbor and rain on the road. Wet promise of winter brings recourse to cold. There's fire in the blood and above on red arm the giant will rise.
Thank you.
I have the greatest time, writing these things. People say, "Got a new song, Stan?" "Oh yeah, I got a new song." And they play it for them. They go, "Huh?"
If anyone's in doubt about what the giant Fingal, or what he is or who he is, he's sort of like a Scottish Santa Claus. He's lying asleep in a cave in the Hebrides, also known as the Piles of the Blessed.
What?
Oh, that's what they look like from a distance anyway. He's said to be asleep in a cave in the Hebrides, waiting against the time when his people need him again. I haven't got anything to say about that at all. Oh my. I just saw God.
I used to love these lazy winter afternoons, starting out too late, giving up too soon, coming home to coffee and a trashy book, never paying any mind if things were never done on time. Was when a fella could just let time slip away. No worries, car or telephone, just rent and food to pay. And every night with single buddies boozing at the bar, living for the minute, taking every hour in it. But now there's just too much to do in any given day. Ah, the car, the phone, the kiddie shoes, too many bills to pay. Running from the crack of dawn until the evening news, and falling into bed too white to even kiss the wife goodnight. Oh, just another working Joe.
That's why I get the big bucks.
Whoa, the baby's in the swing-o-matic singing rock and roll. My sweetie's in the kitchen whipping up my favorite casserole. I knocked off work at 10 o'clock. The kids Ah, the coffee pot is perking. To hell with bloody working. Oh, it sure is sweet to sit at home and let time slip away. Though tomorrow I'll be scratching through another working day. But when it starts to come apart from all the things to do, I know that I'll be taking soon another lazy winter afternoon. Oh, just another working Joe. Sing it, Bing. Thank you. Does anybody here remember Love?
This morning. This is the only love song we have in our repertoire, and we'd like to send it out to all you young folk. We remember what it was like to be young ourselves, and we know that there might be a few of you here tonight on dates and trying to impress each other with how sensitive you are. Coming out and seeing the big, tough, sensitive folk act. We are the world's biggest and toughest and most sensitive folk act. We're the only folk band, in fact, in the world who wears Orson Welles designer jeans.
Yeah, I stand 6'4" and I'm the shortest member of the band. I have to wear 2-inch heels just to keep up with these guys. I'm thinking of renaming the band, calling it the Steroids.
But anyway, on the subject of love, this is a love song, and you can all sing along with it and squeeze each other's hand or whatever you want under the table. And just facing up to reality. In any event, we'd like to send this out to each and every one of you tonight who might be here on a date with the very fervent and sincere wish, and I know the rest of the fellows feel exactly the same way, fervent and sincere wish that each and every one of you tonight score. Here's a golden moldy.
2, 3, 4. Where the earth shows its bones of wind-broken stone, and the sea and the sky are one. I'm caught out of time, my blood sings with wine, and I'm running naked in the sun. There's God in the trees, I am weak in the knees, and the sky is a painful blue. I'd like to look around, but honey, all I see is you. Summer city lights will soften the night till you think that the air is clear. And I'm sitting with friends where 45 cents will buy another glass of beer. He's got something to say, but I'm so far away that I don't know who I'm talking to. 'Cause you just walked in the door, and honey, all I see is you. And I just wanna hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you'd think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I wanna see your smiling face 45 years from now. lights on stage every night. I've been reaching out to find a friend who knows all the words, sings so she's heard, and knows how all the stories end. Maybe after the show she'll ask me to go home with her for a drink or two. Now her smile lights her eyes, but honey, all I see is you. And I just wanna hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you'd think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. Help us out, won't you? I just want to hold you closer than I've ever held anyone before. You say you've been twice a wife and you're through with life. Oh, but honey, what the hell's it for? After 23 years, you'd think I could find a way to let you know somehow that I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. Yes, I want to see your smiling face 45 years from now. Oh, the year was 1778. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. A letter of marque came from the king to the scummiest vessel I'd ever seen. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. Oh, well, Sid Barrett cried the town.
How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
For 20 brave men, all fishermen, who would make for him the Antelope's crew.
God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears.
Now I'm a
Broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
The Antelope sloop was a sickening sight.
How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
She'd a list to the port and her sails in rags, and the cook in the scuppers with the staggers and jags.
God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears.
Now I'm a
Broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
On the King's birthday we put to sea.
How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
We were 91 days to Montego Bay, pumping like madmen all the way.
God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears.
Now I'm a
Broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
On the 96th day we sailed again.
How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
When a bloody great Yankee hove in sight, with our crack 4-pounders we made to fight.
God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears.
Now I'm a
Broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
The Yankee lay low down with gold.
How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
She was broad and fat and loose in stays, but to catch her took the Antelope 2 whole days.
God damn them all.
Come on, you wimps. Show us what you're made of.
Then at length we stood 2 cables away.
How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now.
Our crack 4-pounders made an awful din, but with one fat ball the Yanks stove us in.
God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. The Antelope shook and pitched on her side. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. Oh! Barrett was smashed like a bowl of eggs, and the main truck carried off both my legs. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers. So here I lay in my 23rd year. How I wish I was in Sherbrooke now. It's been 6 years since we sailed away, and I just made Halifax yesterday. God damn them all. I was told we'd cruise the seas for American gold. We'd fire no guns, shed no tears. Now I'm a broken man on a Halifax pier, the last of Barrett's privateers.
Okay. Well, thank you so much. What you guys? What you guys? There's only 3 of us here.
This is a song about a Canadian hero who, well, you may have heard of the Battle of Queenston Heights. It's when you guys invaded us back in the War of 1812.
It's okay though, you know.
So I mean, we've forgiven you. It's all right. Besides which, we whipped your asses. So it's okay.
We went down and burned the Pink House.
That's true. You know, your presidential mansion used to be pink before the War of 1812. Can you imagine? President Reagan spoke today from the Pink House. And thanks to us, when we went down there and sacked and burned Washington, when they rebuilt the presidential mansion, they painted it white.
Caused $200 damage.
Right. So you have us to thank. Otherwise, it would be the Pink House.
Pink House?
Yeah, where?
Pink House? What Pink House?
Where would Joe McCarthy have been then, eh? At any rate, it was often said, at least in the history books I had when I was in grade 8, that General Isaac Brock defeated you guys at the Battle of Queenston Heights. But in fact, Brock fell at the first charge. And his... Another voice is heard from. And his aide de camp, Lieutenant Colonel John McDonnell, or McDonnell, depending on where you're from, he had no military experience whatsoever. He was a young lawyer who had been sort of coerced into taking a commission in the militia. He led the charge up the hill and died in the final charge when the reinforcements arrived and drove you guys back across the border. McDonnell was killed in the final charge, and his name was conveniently forgotten. Too thin the line that charged the heights and scrambled in the clay. Too thin the eastern townships got who showed them all the way. But perhaps had you not fallen, you might be what Brock became. But not one in 10,000 knows your name. To say the name MacDonald, it would bring no bugle call. But the redcoats stayed beside you when they saw the general fall. 'Twas MacDonald raised the banner then and set the heights aflame. But not one in 10,000 knows your name. Oh, you brought the field all standing with your courage and your luck. But unknown to most, you're lying there beside old General Brock. so you know what it is to scale the heights and fall just short of fame and have not one in 10,000 know your name. Tower stands alone, and there's lichen on MacDonald carved upon that weathered stone. In a corner of the monument to glory you could claim, but not one in 10,000 knows your name. Oh, you brought the field all standing with your courage and your luck, but unknown to most, you're lying there beside old General Brock. So you know what it is to scale the heights and fall just short of fame and have not one in 10,000 know your name. Ah, you brought the field all standing with your courage and your luck, but unknown to most, you're lying there beside old General Brock. So you know what it is to scale the heights and fall just short of fame and have not one in 10,000 know your name. Thank you very much. We had to read about your heroes all the time when we were in public school, so I thought it's time you heard about one of ours. Well, time's fun when you're having flies.
Time wounds all heals, and all good things must come to an end.
Which means that we have to do one quick here and then go and let the second show in. Thank you very much for spending your Wednesday evening with us and being such a fun bunch of people. Really, you could have stayed at home and watched another Laverne and Shirley rerun, right?
What? We missed... When Squiggy...
I know. And then Love Boat's on right after. Another heavyweight number. Rise again, rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of man. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. I see you know this one.
Let's do something else.
Get it right. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Jim Morrison on bass. Garnet Rogers on violin and guitars.
Thank you.
Please buy lots of copies of my brand new songbook available out front. Thank you very much.
New Stan Rogers calendar, yes.
down last October in a pouring driving rain. The skipper he'd been drinking and believed he felt no pain. Too close to 3 Mile Rock and she was dealt her mortal blow, and the Mary Ellen Carter settled low. There was just us 5 aboard her when she finally was awash. We'd worked like hell to save her, all heedless of the cost, and the groan she gave as she went down, it caused us to proclaim that the Mary Ellen Carter would rise again. Well, the owners wrote her off, not a nickel of this meant. She gave 20 years of service, boys that met her sorry end. But insurance paid the loss to us, so let her rest below. Then they laughed at us and said we had to go. We talked to her all winter, some days around the clock, for she's worth $250,000 afloat and at the dock. And with every jar that hit the bar, we swore we would remain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. All spring now we've been with her on a barge led by a friend. 3 dives a day in the hard hat suit and twice I've had the bends. Thank God it's only 60 feet and the currents here are slow, for I'd never have the strength to go below. But we've patched her ends, stopped her vents, dog hatch and porthole down, put cables to her fore and aft and girded her around. Tomorrow noon we'll hit the air and then take up the strain and make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Come on! Rise again, that her name not be lost to the knowledge of men. Those who loved her best and were with her till the end will make the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. To crumble into scale. She'd saved our lives so many times, living through the gales, and the laughing drunken rats who left her to a sorry grave, they won't be laughing in another day. And you to whom adversity has dealt the final blow, with smiling bastards lying to you everywhere you go, turn to and put out all your strength of arm and heart and brain, and like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Come on! Rise again, though your heart it be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home or love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Rise again, though your heart it be broken and life about to end. No matter what you've lost, be it a home or love, a friend, like the Mary Ellen Carter rise again. Jim Morrison, Garnet Rogers. Thank you very much.
Stan Rogers, my goodness. Wonderful. Thanks very much, friends. I hope you come back to Godfrey's real soon. Take it easy.